Good evening and welcome. I'm going to call the regular meeting of the Nevada City Public Arts Commission to order. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, and it's 5:33. I would like to ask Commissioner Harney to read the land acknowledgement.
We acknowledge that the Nisenan people are still here among us today, though nearly invisible. We understand that we are on Nisenan land that was never ceded, and the original tribal families have yet to recover from the near genocide of their people. As a resident or visitor in Nisenan land, we support the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe in efforts to stabilize their people, as well as their campaign to restore federal recognition.
All right. And if we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Deputy City Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Ariana?
Here.
Arbeck?
Here.
Wilcox Barn?
Here.
Clark?
Here.
Vice Chair Harney?
Here.
Chair Negrete?
Here. So public comment, Government Code Section 54954.3 provides that any member of the public may address the commission on any matter not on the agenda that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. The Brown Act, with limited exceptions, does not allow the commission or staff to discuss issues brought forth under public comment. The commission cannot take action on non-agenda items. Concerns may be referred to staff or placed on a future agenda. Please note that comments from the public will also be taken on each agenda item at the time it's heard. Speakers must adhere to the meeting procedures identified above. Do we have any public comment? Welcome.
All right, good evening, Public Arts Commission. You might remember at the time Mayor Peterson presented about the Year of the Neighborhood, about some of our wildfire preparedness activities and bring neighbors together, things along those lines. But with that grant and those initiatives, we've been working with the Wildfire Coalition of Nevada County, which was the Fire Safe Coalition of Nevada County. But a great grassroots nonprofit that's kind of helped us with this grant and really gets to the neighborhoods and presents and creates new Firewise communities, which is how we established a new one in Pioneer Park and things along those lines. But I wanted to put something on your radar. With them, we are planning a effort with art in mind to kind of create some realm of either not necessarily public art, but campaign with art to defend Nevada City from wildfire and use that as kind of like the medium with a culminating event at the Foundry that we're already planning with them in February. So there's kind of this fun Valentine's theme through it and things like that. But really just wanting to engage the community with ways that they like to be engaged, which I think this community loves art, to create some more awareness around wildfire preparedness and things along those lines. So I just wanted to kind of put that on your radar because we'll probably request that we have an agenda item maybe next meeting or something along those lines with some more specifics, but just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Nothing specific yet, but that's the general idea. So thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Any other public comment? All right, so we're moving on to business. The consideration of public art application. This is being presented by Jessica. Hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
Chair Negrete and commissioners. I'm Jessica Hankins. I'm your interim city planner. And I first got the presentation. Okay. Bear with me while I kind of look over to the side. So this is a public art application for public art within the Chinese Monument Garden in the Commercial Street parking lot. Next slide. It's at 412 Commercial Street, and that's a map of the location of it. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. It would be a surprise feature at the back of the monument garden. Next slide. So that's just a view from Commercial Street on the left, and then on the right, a view from the sidewalk so that you can kind of see what it looks like from a public vantage point. It is going to be tucked away there at the back of the garden. Next slide. The public art proposed is shown there. It's a handmade metal dragon, 22 inches high, 3 feet wide, and 1/4 inch deep. So it would lie flat and be attached securely to the fence, the back of the fence with a braided cable. Sorry about that misspell right there. Copper patina with blue flashing is the material, and no lighting is proposed on this feature. Next slide. This is a rendering provided by the applicant, Miriam Morris, for what it would actually look like relative to the scale of the other features within the garden. Next slide. So there are a number of criteria for public art projects that are on city property rather than as part of a private development project. These need to be reviewed against the public art policy that was adopted by the city council rather than the ordinance. So all of the criteria that are listed in that policy are shown in that second column under criteria. And then you've got my comment, staff comment to the right. So the first one is accessibility and visibility. Is it accessible and visible? Yes. It's accessible from the public streets, sidewalk, and city parking lot. Is the proposed public art deemed to be of aesthetic value? It is of aesthetic value given its design and meaning in Chinese culture and contributes to the aesthetic value of the existing monument garden. What is the cost of this? It is a donated art piece, so there is no cost to the city. The cultural, historic, and social theme and relevance. The applicant did coordinate and meet with the representatives from the initial Chinese monument garden on this, and they do support this installation. So the artwork does support that and the diverse cultural and historic values of the city. Is it durable is the next question, and the answer is yes, it is made of metal, and it would obviously develop a patina over time and wouldn't degrade given that it's metal, and could be removed at any time if needed as well. Next slide. It would not have any environmental impacts, it would just be attached to the fence. It wouldn't pose any public safety issues. Is there inherent quality is the next question. The inherent quality, I think, is probably, that's a hard question to answer. It's very subjective, obviously, but I would probably look to the other criteria. If the answers to those are yes, then it would have inherent quality. Style, the art is compatible with the planned site in dimension, scale, and context, and it is technically feasible given the artist's experience doing these types of projects. Next slide. So staff's recommendation is that the Public Arts Commission does recommend approval of this art piece to the City Council. So the City Council is the next stop. This slide just shows the process, and this is outlined in the staff report as well. So the next step is if the applicant would like to come up, we can do that next. And we'll just leave that slide up for the rest of the hearing. That's my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Faith. Thank you.
Yep.
Do we have any questions?
I'm curious about the decision not to opt for lighting, and if that's like a citywide vibe or that space specifically.
I would probably ask the applicant to address that question. It's definitely not, it's not prohibited. So if she were to propose that at a future date, we could add that. It would probably need to be compliant with the dark skies ordinance that we're developing right now. Yeah.
Any other questions? Is there a public comment? All right. Discussion? Yeah, Kathy.
I like it, and I would like to say that I think it's very appropriate, because if you look at the Chinese altar that we have at the Firehouse No. 1 Museum that came over from China in 1870, when you're looking straight at it, the Quan altar, this is very close to what's there, and I think it fits very appropriately with the Chinese quarters in Nevada City.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely, meaning and substance and, consulting with the Community Asian Theater of the Sierras, which to me, that was a green flag, because it is, something that that's representing a culture. So I think that was my biggest question regarding that, and I think that was answered in the application. And I do think it's the way that it's being proposed, it's very tasteful, because it's not, it's there, but it's not like totally in your face, and you kind of have to go and cherish that space, which I feel like it's nice, the way that it's being proposed. I think it's very tasteful, and that there is, a commitment to the artist saying like, yes, this is going to be secure. That was going to be my other question, like how is it secured within the fence? But it sounds like the artist is very experienced, so it seems like, a very great opportunity for us to have something like that in our town.
Any other?
I think
Thoughts
it,
or comments?
it adds a little more magic to the area and cultural significance. I think it's lovely.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
it. I did have one,
Yeah.
one question, and the bushes or the trees that kind of go around it, those would be pruned. Oh, I'm looking at Miriam, who's sitting back there and is our resident landscape architect. So I'm assuming they would be kept down so that the dragon wouldn't get grown over.
I would probably ask Miriam to address that question.
Yeah, she's nodding her head yes, so.
Yeah, and I love I'm a big fan of details, small details or hidden gems. Hopefully not too hidden, but I love the idea of there being this, as you walk around the corner, some unexpected detail and having public art there. This is city property, so this just goes through the process of we would make a recommendation, then it moves to city council. Is that the next step?
That's correct.
Okay. Is there anybody that would like to?
I make a motion that we approve this public art on city space and recommend it to the council for approval.
I second
that.
Okay. So we have a motion by Kathy Wilcox-Barn, Commissioner Wilcox-Barn, and a second by Commissioner Arianes. Do we need a roll call vote or just?
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Ariana?
Aye.
Arbeck?
I
Wilcox-Barn?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
Vice Chair Harney?
Aye.
Chair Negrete?
Aye. Lovely.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, then we are moving on to item number 2, consideration of selection of City Hall Art Meets the Public, the Champ Gallery submissions for the January 2026 opening Year of Advanced Music Appreciation exhibit. And this is presented by Lon.
Good evening, everybody. Turn that back on. Good evening, everybody. Lon Peterson, Assistant City Manager for the City of Nevada City. This item is to review, read the process and select submissions for our next Champ Gallery exhibit celebrating Nevada City's Year of Advanced Music Appreciation. As you recall, Mayor Klein proclaimed this year, which is July 2025 through June 2026, as our Year of Advanced Music Appreciation, recognizing all the incredible music that comes out of Nevada City, as well as our performance spaces that makes our community so special. To bring this theme to our gallery, we issued a call to artists, deliberately with broad intention and interpretation, inviting them to explore everything from their favorite lyrics and local legends, allowing music to inspire their art in whatever way that spoke to them. We did a lot of outreach on this to get the word out. Wanted to highlight Adam's effort, as well as all the commissioners, to get the word out. There was a lot of feedback in our forum that was directly related to getting notifications from everybody, so that was awesome. So thank you on that, really appreciate it. And we did the submissions through our online portal, which stayed open until the 28th of November. I'm pleased to report the strong community participation, 23 artists, 27 submissions of work for your consideration tonight, and you have the full submission package as an attachment in the agenda. I included all the feedback that was provided on the form. One of the things that I think you'll see tonight, we're going to do the presentation. It's just a snippet of some of the info, but I think it's important to include that in the entire packet so you guys see all the different information that we asked for and was provided. And so with that, I want to kind of talk about the process tonight. So how this will work is we'll review the initial rubric for the voting. So it's just a process to help you guys when you think about the criteria of how to select art based on what was put out. So we'll go over that. Second, I provided a printout which has the notes which you can follow along, which has each individual submission, their name, and little boxes for you guys to take notes, the size that's important for you guys to consider as we have limited space in the gallery, and then a total yes/no vote when we get to the voting section after that. And I think I handed out, everybody has one of these? Not, can you get that? Also, Commissioner Clark was gracious enough to provide a Champ Gallery blueprint, which shows the space allocation, which I think will be nice when you're looking at later on when you're trying to decide how much art you can put in our gallery. So that's also really helpful. We will go through, we will go through all 27 submissions, highlighting a few of the artist statement, artwork, and preview images. Once we reviewed them all, then we'll facilitate a digital vote using Mentimeter. And then we'll calculate that vote towards the end. Once the voting is complete, then we can look at the the Champ Gallery layout to fit within the space, and then ultimately you guys make a motion as to what you want to see in the gallery. So with that said.
Lon, I have one quick question
sure,
about that.
absolutely.
The placement of public comment then, since you're going through each submission and we have the opportunity to ask any questions after each one, but where would public comment, would it fall after you've gone through all of the submissions?
Yeah, so public comment after the submissions before you vote.
Right.
I think that's
Okay.
the appropriate time.
Okay.
Okay. And just timeline, so once we finalize tonight's selection, installation is planned to be the first week of January 2026. Exhibit will run through April 2026. And then we'll schedule a spring reception and share that date once it's confirmed. And so ultimately, I wanted to thank all the artists in the community who submitted work. It was great to see such a wide range of medium, styles, sizes. It focuses on, that all focused on the music appreciation is super impressive. And so with that, let's start that. I'm going to grab this.
Make sure.
Doesn't work.
No, so you just have to let me go through it.
So this is the Mentimeter one. Let's go back to this is the voting. Jump out of that.
Here, stop sharing.
Go ahead. Start that. We go to PowerPoint.
This one?
Go to the other one.
Oh, it's right here. But it's not sharing on there.
It's not. This is the.
What are you, a Virgo?
This is the voting part.
Are you a Virgo?
Me?
Yeah.
Have the-
Details guy?
That's what I pulled up. Look at that.
I don't know.
I'm a Capricorn.
Does that mean you're
Right, but
replaced like
even
now?
still, this is- is the
January.
Commissioners, have you guys read the rubric?
You guys all read it. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's what Gina and I were,
23, and then after that,
Then you're like,
I think if there's anything like,
then
you're boring.
don't like about
it's
it,
just
we
to sit at
speak
home
up.
with coffee.
But it's just general
Watch the
guidelines for,
news.
Exactly.
pretty straightforward.
You complain about your onions.
Reference or not, even, that was, I think.
How's it going?
This
Of each art.
Pretty good.
exhibition,
Yeah?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Busy with
Because I don't remember the exact.
Good.
It's good.
Better than
for the
being
call,
really
we should ask
slow.
Lon if he can pull it up. I think
Can
it
you
was
handle
pretty
it?
broad, but I think it was meant to focus on
handling
local
Yeah.
music history.
You know,
Are you saying no?
that's what I need to learn. Yeah, that's what I'm
Like you say yes to
I think that was
everything
the
and
goal,
then it just.
but we were also trying to get enough
Difficult
art.
things that don't charge them
Sort of
enough for
broad
those
it.
difficult
Bro.
things. And then it takes me a really long time to get that done. So,
I feel like that's probably
But
part of
learning
the
curve.
learning curve, right? Is like knowing, being able to look at something and be like, ooh, that's a trick piece, and that's actually gonna take twice as long.
exactly. But it's also like, yeah, you have those customers that you tell them, like, this is a tricky item, buddy. And they're like, well, I only want to spend $10 on it.
Right.
And then you're like, well,
And you
I
don't,
can minimum
Yeah.
do that for this.
Yeah.
you're like, I can do a
Like
tenth
this
of it for,
I was like, I can do as much as you want for $10.
yeah, yeah.
And then
You're like, you just stay right there.
Gotta upload, some reason we're having an issue, so I'm gonna grab it on here and then share it with Amber, so. if you guys
No
can
problem.
Spare with, spare with.
It can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Oh,
I was asked today if I wanted to present to staff on like meeting facilitation. And I just feel like the only thing I want to say is like, for sure shit's gonna go bad and you have to just be like, all good. Like, you just have to be like kind of humiliated the entire time and then you'll be fine. And be okay with that. And they were like, that's not what we were thinking. But so many meetings where I try to like nerd out, I'll be like, okay, today we're gonna do like a collaborative Teams whiteboard. And I'll spend like hours like prepping it and getting it all fancy. And then like half the people on the meeting are like, we don't have access to that. Like, or we can't hear yourself.
Technical problem.
You just have to be like, no kidding, that's crazy. I didn't want to do it anyways. Yeah, I didn't want your opinion. When I said collaborative, I meant only county staff.
let's try that again.
I'm just,
Did you go to the jam session at the
On the-
record store on Monday?
I walked by
Was it
with my
sounding
buddy.
cool?
Sound like a jam session?
Nice.
You know?
I want to check it out.
my son went to a concert there,
Yeah.
yeah, like a month ago.
Was it fun?
Was it the Omaha one?
His friend Justice is in a band, I can't think of what.
It was Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that good?
It was a pretty good show, yeah. She had Omaha checked out from SAC or SF, which is a band I've seen down here a couple times at Rival. And so it's, yeah, pretty nice little indie scene. Pretty good music.
Bless her heart. Yeah, I heard there was one show, I think it was the show where like Pregnant played, and that someone like was really struggling with their gear, and that they had like, it was just like a full like pedal setup, like noise music pedal setup, and they just like couldn't get it, like couldn't
Couldn't get it
like
figured
just
out.
couldn't make it go. And they were like trying to tell jokes, speaking of, yeah, just like being humiliated and running with it. And Jim was just like, it was so painful. Because you're like, you know, when you're just like plugging something in again
Trying to
and
get it to work
again.
and nothing's happening.
You hate to give up, but at some point you're like, okie dokie.
before and it was working. That's technology for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, try that. There you go. Okay, I guess that was it.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about the technical glitches, everybody.
No worries.
Problems.
All right, so the first thing up, this is the rubric that was discussed and sent over as a way to evaluate and have some general criteria as to like thinking about your selection. Obviously, art is subjective, and so there's different categories that you can look at to help narrow down if it fits in the theme and things like that. And so this was in the packet. Did you guys want to talk about this? Because ultimately, this is a part of your selection process. I think one of the things that in some of our discussions was after the meeting, before the next voting, is to like have like a subgroup or some people really focus on this and work with me to come up with like a more streamlined version of how we want to go about voting and some different pieces. But I think it was important when we had those conversations that there was some general structure as to like how you go about, and also for the public to understand when they're submitting stuff is like, what is the criteria? What are they looking at? And so did anybody want to provide comments on this? This was your criteria that you had drafted.
Yes, so that was something that Commissioner Clark and I kind of came up with in response to perhaps some of, the conversations that arose from the last time we voted and before, and we realized, well, it'd be great to have like a rubric, just some sort of criteria that we can follow to also, like Lon was saying, to also make sense for the artists when they're submitting, that they know how the artwork is being evaluated. So it's just a proposal, and it's rough, it's a draft, but it is something that we can already start utilizing, when considering artwork. Do you have anything to add?
No, just like that, like most importantly, that the artwork aligns with the theme. Out there artwork is great, but we want it to fit in. And that we could develop a more rigorous voting process where we evaluate each artwork based on these 4 categories. I think that would be overkill and probably take us too much time. So for today, we're just voting like yes or no individually. If we tie on a piece of artwork, at the end, we can debate about it. And I think it's just also really important that we're considering like feasibility of certain artworks and the space that we have. And we continue with our decision around just 1 artwork per artist, because we have a couple artists that submitted multiple pieces. Yeah.
And to be clear, though, this draft is not something that was made public, so it's
Well,
not.
it's part of the packet, so
Oh, it is-
in that
it
it
was-
was made public.
Oh, I mean, before people submitted.
the call.
No, it was not part of the call.
Okay.
I do think moving forward, if we like this as a rubric, we should make it part of of each call. So again, it's just like another reminder to artists, like, oh, I should be looking for this and that,
Right.
helps guide the process.
Yeah, so the goal is to have this with the calls, because then once artists are submitting, they have some sort of criteria that they know they're following. And
Yeah.
to even see what piece of artwork would be appropriate based on this.
Right.
Could I ask you to just clarify or repeat what you said, something that the people who presented multiple pieces?
In this round of artist submissions, there were maybe 2 or 3 artists that
Right.
submitted multiple pieces. In the past, that's happened. In the past, we've said, let's stick with accepting just 1 artwork per artist, so we're fair to all the artists, unless we're, like, really don't have enough artwork.
That's what I was going to say, if we have enough space.
Yeah,
and
if we do, I think
We could put
it's-
it in, we could
yeah.
rank the additional ones in the order in
Sure, I think
which they're.
we have a fair bit of art this time.
Yeah.
With some
Sometimes
larger pieces, so we're going to have to be strategic about. And I think if it meant that another artist wouldn't get the opportunity to show, and it would be.
With the
prudent
youth
to-
one, we were a little bit, we had room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Were there other questions or comments around the rubric? Lon, I know you weren't prepared to answer this, but do you happen to have the information that was on the submission in terms of what the theme, how the theme was described to artists? Is that available in?
We could probably look it up just on our iPads.
Yeah, probably. I don't have it readily available, but
Okay.
I'm sure we can find it. I did include, and as we go through this, on each one, so if there was information, like more than just the few things that originally talked about, then I included it. So an example on this one, there was artist statement and theme connection, and some of the stuff there was just a little bit of info, so it was just one slide, but when there was more, I included all the pertinent pieces. But on the packet, it had all of it, presentation-wise, to make sure the public could see, and then it's also from a standpoint of what can fit in the gallery. This is the type of information it has, and even when we do the voting, it's also present as well.
Yeah, I think my question was more about a reminder in terms of the language
Yeah.
around local. If there was something in the submission form that described local Nevada County or local, was that language used at all?
I think I can pull it up real
Okay.
quick on my phone.
Because the submission
Yeah.
isn't still online, so I can't really see
No.
what it looked like.
Oh, the
And
form is
submission-
Or just what,
Okay.
the
Yeah, so-
general description
Yeah,
of
so
it.
all I saw was the form piece, and then took the form, so it was the questions. But to your point, I think in some of our conversations with you and I, and plus just in looking at this, is to really like focus on clear guidelines from like what we're looking for in the future, and then the, like, some guiding principles for the voting rubric as well. So then it's like a little more straightforward. It also helps from the digital side of like setting up a voting of how to make this thing flow much more seamlessly. And I think we did a good job this time. Hopefully we'll see how that goes in making it more clear on like the voting part. Did you want to share it, Gianna?
Yeah, so I just found some description that says, what makes music amazing in Nevada City is the unique and eclectic combination of music, the people that create it. That's a quote from Adam, I think. Artists are encouraged to submit pieces that address a broad interpretation of the theme of Year of Advanced Music Appreciation. From favorite lyrics to local legends, let music move your art. There's nothing that specifies that this is like highlighting local artists on this, but this could be a more narrow
It's not the
description.
actual
Yeah, it's not the
form.
actual form.
Yeah.
Did you want to add to that?
No, the form was taken down, so I wasn't able to access it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything to say around that, or are we ready to just move on
I think
to
we can
Okay.
move on.
So whenever you're ready, Lon.
Okay. Yeah, and to that, the form had questions, and I thought your question was more related to the question on the statement piece, but there was that broad level, like, marketing outreach to do it. I think in the future, you're absolutely right, Mayor, Commissioner Clark, we'll have the language in around it, not just on the form, but like on the website and all that. So I think it's just more clear and
Yeah.
easier for us when we think about the voting process. So it's more of like a streamline.
Right.
Okay, so that being said, the first submission, number 1 here, is from Mike Ryan. The title is On Satij, and I wasn't sure if this was a typo or not. Across the board, what's that? That's what I thought too. Yeah. Across the board, I didn't fix typos or anything because I thought maybe this is the way it's going to be, but that's the title of this. It's a 16 by 20 photo on canvas. Theme connection, good song is a lifetime gift, artist statement, I take pictures of scenes I've created. So this is the first one. I'm happy to read this entire thing, but some of these are going to get really long, and you guys have already gone through it. So
Yeah.
if you want, I can just speed through these pretty quick.
Would it be appropriate that like this would be the opportunity for us to discuss the art a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's
Because
better.
we're not going to be able to do that when we're voting, and we we might want to
Yeah,
call
that's a
things
good
to each
point.
other's
So
attention.
How about, so to that, that's a good point. I'll go to the slide, and then
Okay.
if you guys have questions or anything else I need to pull up, but otherwise, like, I'll let you guys talk on each one. And because, so this one is the only slide for this, at the point you want to move on to each slide, just let me know, and I'll move on. So that being said, if you have questions in around this one or want to have conversations.
Was there anyone that had a thought or comment, question?
Eek!
I'm looking at you.
Not about this particular one.
Oh. Are there any, is there any discussion? Are we ready to move on to number 2?
No.
Okay.
I love this.
Cool, I love
yeah,
it.
It's a way to cover the theme completely. Overachiever here.
Yeah,
Definitely aligns with the
yeah,
theme.
that's great.
So as in digital art, will be a
Is it?
screen?
It's a,
Oh, it is digital.
yeah, it looks like it's a digital illustration, print.
So there would be
With
a
mat-
screen.
Mat and frame.
Matte
Oh.
and frame,
Yeah.
so printed.
Yeah, and
Oh, digitally made. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Anything that anyone would like to?
There's 2 slides to this, so this one and then the second part.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I think if there's like things that are like, you really want to call them out, you got a question, otherwise we got
Yeah.
30, so
Yeah.
let's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think this
flowing.
one, it's important to acknowledge that was still being worked on and that was
Okay.
not a finished work on slide 2.
good to know.
Okay?
Okay?
Ready
Slide
to
3.
move on? Is there
Yeah.
any
Great,
commissioner?
great piece. I think Bo submitted 3 pieces, so let's just keep that in mind. And most of them are relatively large, so let's
He likes
be
big
kind of,
pieces.
pick one and think about space when we do that.
What is it?
This is
Oil.
his smallest one he submitted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cool.
But definitely fits in the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else? So
No, let's go to the next
number
one.
4.
Love.
Yeah, Ron's work is so great. We have featured him in our last 2 exhibits, so I just want to name that. If it comes down to a space issue, it might be nice to include an artist who hasn't had an opportunity. Just putting that out there. I love his work. It's also featuring a musical artist that is not local, but that's maybe not a priority, so.
And do we have any weight restrictions in terms of hanging?
This is going to be totally fine. We've
Okay.
hung work and canvases at this size.
I
It's
bet I think there's
probably-
some that might be more. I
Yeah.
was just curious.
This
if-
is 6 pounds. That's not going to be an issue for the
Okay.
wire hanging system. The wire system that's installed there does have a weight limit. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I know the company that you bought it from, and that should be listed on there.
Yeah, and we can find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's pretty hefty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Got it. Are we ready to go to
Yep,
number
let's do
5?
it.
Who's Adam Klein?
Great.
Love it.
Local.
Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
And
a
again,
great piece.
there's a lot of smaller works like this that we can stack, like 2 on 1 wire, maybe even 3, so we can fit a lot of the smaller pieces sprinkled throughout.
You mean
We can
like
stack
vertically?
Yeah, vertically,
Okay.
multiple pieces
Yeah.
on a wire. so,
Okay, cool.
um,
How big is
Lon, I
this?
think the title of
13
this
by
painting is, I made a drawing of Aaron Ross, and this is the name of that drawing. In the spirit of Adam.
I made a drawing of Aaron Ross. Yeah, he would make that the title for sure.
Is there anything else that's for number 5 anyone wanted to talk about?
nope.
Okay, we're ready to move on to number 6.
Great.
Amazing.
These are so
Great.
fun and
Yeah,
different.
I like, yeah,
Really
I
And
like to
I-
have something, more variation.
Yeah, and I
too,
love
right?
that Matt gave us the option that he could construct custom pedestals if we don't have
Hanging
hanging
system?
space. He said they can be hung on the wall, or he could, if we give him advanced notification, he can put them on pedestals so we could fit more things that way.
Okay.
Cool.
Anything else that we want to talk about for number 6? Okay, we're ready for 7.
I didn't know how to interpret this.
Yeah, this one confused
I
me a
was
little.
like, is it, on one hand, I'm like, it's fun, but is it satirical? Is it, I don't know.
I think
How did
it's
you
in
all
good
feel about
faith.
that? It's in good faith?
I read it in
Yeah.
good faith.
This is totally Stephen Greenberg.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
I thought, again, another creative, something very different, which is fun.
Yeah.
And it's 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
Anything else on that one? Okay, we'll move to number 8.
Will he play that song at the opening?
Exactly.
This is beautiful.
And that song he came up with is better than the official Nevada City
Right.
song. Adam's heard me say that too
Still have
many
to have a battle of
times.
the bands about that.
Yeah, this is like 8 by 10.
Yeah, this
Really,
is
it's
great, and
Yeah.
George.
love the description.
Anything else on 8?
No, let's keep going.
Other than that's not the local, but we're not asking for local, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, then number 9.
At first, I was like, no, this doesn't fit in at all, but the description is actually
Really
really wonderful
brings-
process.
Yeah.
And so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's giant, though. That's.
It's pretty big.
4.6 feet wide. So just keep that, it's gonna take up one of our big spaces, so.
Would take up like one of the walls.
Well, like, the 184-inch wall, it could fit there with some other
Like
pieces
half
on
of
either
it,
side,
kind of.
yeah. Because
A
you
third
also,
of
then
it,
you also have to think
yeah.
about the space that's happening on either
On
wall
either
and then
side.
in between, and you don't want to crowd art, so.
Right.
But it would be really fun.
Yeah.
if
It's
we could fit
workable.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the dynamics it adds to
Absolutely.
I agree.
the body.
Yeah.
I hate to ask this, but could we go back to number 8? And I think, Mary, you said it's not local. Do we not know that that's not local? It was
I-
just in shaking a break.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think it was more that there was nothing
There was
mentioned
something
in
in there that
the,
said the specific name
Right.
that I missed.
Yeah, and I think that the call to artists, we asked for a broad interpretation of the theme. This definitely is musically themed. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that
We
that's
don't
not
know
local.
that
That's
it's
true.
not, yeah.
okay, I think we're ready for 10.
We're 10.
Fun.
The theater.
Also celebrating our local theater. Yep.
Love it.
And we can choose, yeah, we
Size.
can
Yeah, it
choose the
depends-
size, so that's
size
great
is-
too.
Yeah.
Anything else on 10? Okay, we are ready with 11.
Cool. Oh, also big.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's great.
She's a star.
Okay, anything else for 11? Great.
It's funny that the painting is a portrait of Jessica Brugnon, but the title of the piece is Thalia. Oh, is that like a play? Don't listen to me.
Yeah, is it,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's part of that gold can't love you back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe that is like the character.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for 12?
Yeah.
Let's go. The image up there being the work in progress.
I saw this complete. It's really lovely. It's
It is.
colorful watercolor, so.
I was gonna say, I love it, like how it is just looking at it. Like,
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
John Gerton's, classic.
Exactly, yeah, John Burton, yeah, for sure.
Okay, anything else for 12? Then we're ready for 13.
We all know Brett.
Yep.
Do we? Of course.
That's cool.
I
Nice
like
to have
the-
some photography.
How the
Yeah.
moment really captures a moment in this photo. And
And-
what's the size? Oh, yeah, it's
16 by
16 by 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else with 13? Then I
No.
think we're ready for 14.
Adam's
Oh my
second
gosh,
piece.
That's David Nicholson? Is that David Nicholson?
Yeah, totally.
That's hilarious.
Do we want to
Okay,
like,
but Adam's pieces are small, right?
Yeah,
it's true.
This is a 5 by 7.
wow,
The other one was 13 by 16.
okay.
So this is,
How would,
Really cool.
how would we want to approach that, like, at this point? Would we want to say, like, do we want to look at 14 and 5 side by side, so that
I
if we
think
end in that
we
position?
each vote on our favorite pick, one pick from each artist, and then if we tie on something, we'll just discuss it
well,
further.
but in terms of the Mentimeter, it'll be a yes or no, right?
Yeah.
So we would be
So,
potentially saying yes
Yes.
on both
Oh,
of them,
okay.
and because we're going by the rubric, and then we would have to, at that point, decide, right?
I don't know. I personally will just pick one
Okay,
I'll pick my favorite of the artist. If they've submitted multiple pieces, I will just pick the one and I'll say no to the other. That's how I was
Unless you
thinking to do it.
really feel
but-
strongly
Yeah,
about
both.
both, and then we can, at the end, evaluate if we have room.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think we should lean towards not having multiple of an artist, even if we
Yeah.
do have room, because I feel like it kind of could get a little messy
For those that
down
are
the
left out,
line,
yeah.
just with many people submitting multiple pieces. So
Right.
I'd encourage us to maybe just self-select one for the 3 artists we have who submitted multiple. So just make a note, maybe, you can do it. And, yeah, that
So
would
when
be,
we
I agree.
vote
I
yes or
think
no,
that's-
just vote for one.
Yeah.
Just vote
Okay,
for one.
yeah, that sounds good.
And we'll add them up and make sure everyone followed the rule. Is there anything else on 14? Looks like David. All right, 15.
So a local artist, but not local band. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what's going on
This is
there.
like a,
This is Kathy's
Oh,
piece, and it's actually quite spectacular, but it's not showing up. It's
Oh.
definitely in the packet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it in the,
I think we're all
yeah,
looking
we
at
can
it.
see it, yeah.
it's so psychedelic. It
We can
doesn't-
see it in the packet.
Too crazy
Yeah,
for the
it's too-
computer.
It's too
City can't
complex.
handle that.
Government shutdown.
Is this, even though it's not, was it original drawing and poster by Kathy?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
So 6 pounds, that we can handle 6 pounds?
Yeah.
you said.
Okay, anything else with 15? All right, we're ready for 16.
It's a beautiful piece of art. I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch in terms of, I mean, people will get it if they read the description, but it doesn't track.
Which we
Pretty,
did
yeah.
have something like that in the last show too,
Yeah.
where without the description, it wasn't so clear.
Yeah, I appreciate the interpretation, and we asked people to be far out and feel the vibe, so here we are.
Any other comments on 16?
Nope.
Okay, 17? Another work in progress.
I think it's great to have different mediums.
Yeah.
I think I saw this more further along. It's looking great.
Yeah, I
It's very
agree.
different.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else?
The title is quite interesting too, so waiting for the title. Fits the theme.
Yeah. All right, Kathy, were you, okay. Then we're going to move on to 18.
We showed a piece from this series in our first show.
Yep,
That's just a note.
yeah. Very similar.
And here's some more.
Okay. Anything else with 18? So we'll go to 19.
Can someone
And-
explain to me what this medium means?
Water media on paperboard.
I mean,
I mean, it kind of looks like watercolor.
I was gonna say, I think
But
it's
it might be a
water.
particular paperboard. Sometimes they do like really thick, like composite watercolor paper.
Is
It's
that
like
how
on
it's
a
so
board, so
vibrant?
it's like, it doesn't fold at all. You don't have to mount it while you're painting on it, so it might be that. And then just like a type of watercolor.
Okay.
This is my best guess.
Got
It
it.
says using wet media like watercolors, gouache, or acrylics on a heavy.
Yeah, heavy board.
Oh, it's one. Yeah, it's a watercolor painting. It says here in the artwork description.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Nice. And this is the
That's nice.
One
second
of three.
of those
Yeah.
pieces. Okay.
The first
Anything else
That's
with,
the second one of that
yeah,
artist.
anything else
The
with
next one's the third
19?
What was the size of the first one?
20 by 25.
31 by
39, and the other one is
Next one's this
Oh, the
large.
36
next
by, the
one-
largest, 36 by, so we can go on to 20?
Okay, I want to take back what I said before.
Talk about fitting the.
About,
Can we?
what did you say?
About allowing
Depends
two
on all the
pieces
other art
for
we
one
select.
artist.
It would depend on all the other art we select, but we can definitely fit pieces of this size, for sure. We have one out there right now. And we can do like a couple of them.
Wasn't it by the same artist, the one that's up?
There's the big
The
one that's
same
out there?
size. Yeah, is
The
it
tomato
same?
one? That one's by
Oh, okay.
Ron.
That's right, right, right.
But yeah, I would say probably we shouldn't accept more than 2 pieces of this size if we want to make space for
Okay.
everything else. So like 2 really large works and then a bunch of smalls and some mediums.
And do we want to talk about what the larger ones are right now? Because I think that would be important to,
The other one that's that large.
so Ron Kennedy's.
do
This
that
is really
after?
large.
We have 2 more big ones coming up.
No, but just
Sarah-
like to circle them, so we're aware.
Sarah
Sarah's,
Pontier, the one that is
Right.
very abstract looking but has a great story. That's
Number
number
9.
9. Number
11.
11.
4.
yeah, 4, 9, 11.
26 and 27.
There's also.
Or 20.
Both, pretty much all of
20.
those pieces, so
And
19, 20.
19.
And then the last 2 are a little
Right.
bit. But also, people were, if you'd noticed, were like arranging their heights and their widths in different orders. So really, when we're talking about the wall space, we should be looking at the width, because we can accommodate
Height.
different heights,
Yeah.
but like, we're gonna run out of space
Right.
width-wise, so.
I think having like some pop art is cool
Yeah.
too, like something different.
So is there anything else on 20?
Nope.
Okay, we're ready for 21.
Definitely fits the theme.
Yeah, love that story.
Yeah.
This, if this is accepted, I mean, it's small, we can tuck it anywhere. Would just be curious about, like, how they're hanging on, like, do they have wires on the back? This is something, too, that we could use command strips, which are damage-free for walls, and we could just stick them directly on the wall. They don't have to be on a wire, so that's great, too.
So it
Okay.
says like it's 2-dimensional.
Because I think it's
Well,
the
because
width,
it's the
probably.
CD case, or,
I'm wondering if, because it says digital collage, ink, pencil, photography, paper cutouts, category
think
2
they're,
dimension.
like,
That's
in
for
the
like
CD
the
cases.
Because it
actual
says
piece of paper
displayed
in it.
in regular CD jewel
Yeah.
cases.
Oh, it does say
Yeah.
that. Okay, I was like looking for that. Okay.
Okay, anything else for 21? 22, please.
Oopsies.
Great.
Completely lost.
Mid-size, right?
Yeah.
24 by 26?
Yeah, and pastel. It's kind of different.
On cardboard.
Yeah,
That-
that's cool.
On recycled cardboard.
Would just ask them again, this, if it's accepted, how they're gonna, are they gonna frame it? Are they gonna
Right.
add a wire to the cardboard? That's like, we wouldn't wanna damage that, that's a little fragile, so, yeah. Some presentation
Yeah.
considerations around.
Okay, anything else for 22? 23, please.
Love it, love the color.
Love the song.
description. Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Yay.
Great.
Okay, and 24, please.
I think these got
And
mixed.
25, the names.
The names and the descriptions got mixed up between the posters of these two.
Oh, yeah.
Because this
'Cause
seems like it's, this is the
Mary Sue.
Mary Sue at
Yeah.
the Haven, and the next one is,
Yeah.
Donna Newsom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the sizes are the same? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, no, they are.
No, they're
basically.
not. They're
13 by
they're
19.
so close.
And 13 by 20.
Yeah.
So here's another, one where we're asking to vote on.
On one.
On one, and I'll just say, if we accept the Joanna picture below, she's kind of represented, and this one is an Austin City Limits show, and
same.
24 is local, so just to bear that in mind.
definitely agree.
So,
Mary
and
Sue
just
one
make
is
sure
so
that when if we're voting 24 versus 25, we're going by what's the actual image versus the title, because they're swapped.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct, okay.
Yep.
Anything else on 24 or 25? Okay, 26.
Love it. I was a little confused because it wasn't submitted by
the
Ben
artist.
Verling, so I reached out to him. I was like, are you okay that this was, and he's totally
Yeah.
fine. He knew about it, so
Yeah.
it's all good. I just
Seems
was,
like it's like the owner of the piece.
the owner, yeah, he doesn't have
submitted.
any prints of this left, so,
Right.
yeah.
Makes it even more special.
Also, this is a big piece.
And a
Big.
great album.
Ish, 26 inches is probably the
Not
width.
too-
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 2 feet.
It's tall and
Anything else on 26? Okay, then we're at 27.
Um,
Any questions or discussion?
I think it's a great work. It's got kind of a Jackson Pollock vibe to it. I think we have a lot that fits more directly in with the theme, would be my preference. Also, as it's a larger-ish piece,
Right.
but it's a great piece of art.
I mean, I would defer to your expertise if you were to make a recommendation that we also, for example, only vote for 3 of what we've identified as large pieces, so that we are,
I am voting for more than 3.
but I'm saying if there were.
No, I know what you're saying,
I
but
mean,
it's
I am
like-
too, but if at the end it's going to kind of foul
I
us
think-
up because we've said, oh, cool, yes to everything.
I kept myself to 3.
Yeah. let's vote and let's see where we land in
Okay.
terms of like, if we vote and we're at 16, 17 artworks, I bet we can fit it all.
Okay.
I tried to do some math. It was hard.
Thank you for doing all this math, Mira.
Yeah, let's see where we end up after. we
So
vote.
before we vote, just a reminder to everyone that between Bo's
And we're
3
letting the other one
pieces,
know?
Adam's 2 submissions, and Andrea's 2 submissions, that we need to just vote on one.
Yep,
Yeah.
thank you.
We have to get out of that. You have to stop sharing first. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So,
You can, but you can get ready for it. and then-
I'm going to need your help. Okay.
Okay, so before we get to the vote, is there,
Sorry, that was my own.
is there any public comment?
Haven't been on this side very much. Hi, Daniela Fernandez, 211 Nevada Street. Thank you guys for doing this, for taking this up. It looks like you have a great selection of art and a good criteria from which to work on. I imagine you're navigating a lot of layers of diversity of artists and trying to get as many artists in as possible. I did notice that there are a lot of faces of men on there. So just in terms of representation visually, I hope that we can have some equity in gender representation visually as well. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, end of public comment, so I guess we're ready to, and can you remind us, Lon, if this is something we can just do on?
On the Mentimeter.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So.
You're not sharing right now.
I was like, oh, yeah, how many dudes are there? I don't even see dudes anymore. It's like a blurry space.
And then on the ones that said they could be
So
whatever
on
size
everybody's
dependent,
iPad-
and we could tell them what size would fit.
Yeah,
On everybody's iPad, the next, there's, if you go to the top of the browser, there's already put it on there for you. Just click over to the far right one, and you should see this. And as soon as everybody sees this, and I'll start the voting, it'll be the first slide that you just saw, so it's not all slides, so it's just one slide, so you know which one you're voting towards, and then a simple yes, no. When we see 6 yes or no's, then I'll move on to the next slide. We'll try to go through this as quick as possible. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, so this is the first one. Voting for number 1.
How do we vote? Yes,
Oh,
no?
there we go.
It'll
little-
show up on the Mentimeter page.
Pull up on the screen, and
Right.
you click yes or no, submit your vote. As soon as there's 6, I know you're ready to go. Amber will tally it, and then we'll move on to slide 2. Submit.
yep, yeah,
Everybody
submit.
submitted? Should have
Mine
6.
says something went wrong, try again.
There, now
Oh,
it
there you
went.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on. Slide 2.
Just to be clear that you are capturing those results,
Yep,
right?
all the results are captured in
Okay.
the program, and
Great.
and everybody's got their
That's
own
right.
sheet too, to
Okay.
just mark, to help
What
you
you're
guys.
voting.
Yep,
Okay.
and Amber's taking notes on this as well, but yes, all captured, great question, thank you. Okay, all 6, everybody ready to go? Moving on to 3.
I know.
Doing it again.
Yep, we're good, 6. Slide 4.
I just want to add one thing that we did mention about an artist already being displayed, but I don't think that that's one of our criterias because we are accepting work that from artists that have already displayed too. So,
You mean, yeah, in previous shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted, like, I just thought to like bring that up.
Say that up, yeah.
Voting for item 4. All right, all votes are in. Item number 5. All right, votes are in. Item 6. Votes are in. Submission 7. All right, votes are in. Submission 8. Quick. Wow. That was good. Submission 9.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Item 10. Votes are in. Submission 11. Submission's in. Submission 12. Alright, votes are in. Submission 13. Votes are in. Submission 14. Votes are in. Submission 15, and now you can see the artwork. so-
Oh, yeah.
Really awesome. Yeah, it's really incredible. Here we go. Yeah. What just happened?
No. Okay.
All right, submission's in. Submission 16. All right, submission's in. Submission 17. All right, submission's in. Submission 18. All right, submission's in. Submission 19.
Wow.
that a yes? Everyone voted
I'll
yes
say
on that?
yes.
Why?
Okay. Oh, boy. That's super fun.
All right, this commission's in. 22. First tie.
Chimes.
Commission is in. Voting for 23.
Three, oh, boy.
Commission's in. Voting for 24.
So that one, we're voting on that
Image.
artwork.
Yeah,
that
not the
image.
title.
Okay,
Yes, thank you for clarifying that. That was my mistake.
no worries. Yeah, that's been pretty seamless. Thanks, Lon.
On the parts, but submissions are in. Next item, 25. Voting. Okay, submissions in. 26. All right, 27, your final vote.
Hey. Jeffrey Clark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay.
Are you sharing
A lot of big art.
So we can go back here.
17, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, but, so, and Ron's was accepted too? Is that
Yeah.
yes? Okay.
He was.
How are we gonna handle 22? That was the tie
Oh,
for Sydney
yeah.
Joyce's pieces.
Oh,
Should we revote?
If it's helpful, I can pull the results up and see. it
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to see that, but.
so we have
Yeah, because if we have room, we could,
Just say yes on it. Because it's the tie.
if we have room.
Gold Rock and any size. Okay,
If
so
not,
How
maybe
many
we
big
can
pieces we
revote.
got.
But, wait, what? Are we're just gonna re-talk about 22? I don't think we need to go back and vote for ones we voted no on.
No, just the
No, just the
tie.
tie.
For the-
Just a
that
single
one was a
tie.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So if you want something specific, we can slide up or down on there, it depends on what you want to see.
I think we just wanted to discuss 22, which is the Ken Harden playing the piano on cardboard piece.
Well, should we see what has entered and if we have room?
We have three
That's
really
three large ones.
big pieces between Bo's, the very large widthwise abstract piece, and then Ron Kennedy's.
Is that Sarah Pointer? Mm-hmm. So Sarah, Bo, and then
And then, let's see, I'm just looking at some of the
Was it
other-
11, Allison Kenyon?
it's Allison Kenyon, right? Those are the three big that got in.
And, I'm sorry, so, yeah, so number 4, 9, yeah, 11,
Oh, 9, 11.
and 20.
4, 9, 11, and 20.
We got 4 big ones.
And then we have some, like, mid-range pieces, and then a bunch of small ones. So I think we're pretty, this is just my, like, rough guesstimation, but we're gonna be pretty tight. It's gonna be a
Like,
little.
We
can
also
we
have-
fit what we
I-
voted
I
yes
believe,
on?
yeah, we can. We'll get creative. You know,
Okay.
if art needs to be hung a little bit closer together, and we can utilize some of the spaces that aren't always used on the carpeted walls that have the rail system. There's one spot we haven't used.
Okay, and
Is 26 okay? Jeffrey Clark's, that one
Oh,
got
that's-
accepted too, right? Because that one's a
Yeah,
little.
so the width on that is just 26
That's
inches, so
fine.
it's 2 feet. It's not
Okay.
the biggest, yeah, I
Okay.
think.
Perfect.
Well, if we were able to be creative and accept 22, I mean, I don't feel like super strongly about it, and I won't hold us up if we want to move forward based on your expertise, but it is like a colorful, fun piece on a unusual medium featuring Ken Hardin, who is like definitely a musical like pillar in the community, and in terms of like hyper-local people contributing to the fabric of our arts and culture, this displays someone very specifically. So I wonder, in the past, I mean, I guess it's kind of whack to be like, yeah, bring it in and we'll see if we can fit it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very professional. I think we'll just make it work, yeah.
I know there's a question of the way that it would be displayed, so.
Yeah, that would be, Lon, you're following up with all the artists, so like something to communicate with Sydney is like, how are you gonna hang it? Or is the cardboard getting framed with a wire on the back? Are you attaching a wire to the cardboard? You know, that's a pretty flimsy material, so we just would wanna let her know that.
Essentially would need to be framed.
That would be ideal for safety, for being up for 4 months, and,
Yeah.
And then another thing, and I'm sure that like Brittany will maybe fill you in, but making sure that like all the artists have tight wires on the back of their works, because sometimes they'll deliver with the little claw hooks, and that doesn't work with the wire hanging system. It's way too dangerous for the art.
And also the fact that this is soft pastel, like if
Yeah.
anyone goes
No, it
over
would
it, it's just gonna ruin the
Yeah.
work. So it would need to have some sort of protection, yeah.
So we're saying yes to,
Can we
Sydney?
fit?
well, I mean, we're gonna make it all, but I don't know. I mean, I'm doing,
Where there's a will, there's a
I'm
way.
guesstimating in my kind of head the space that we have, but I think we can make it work. That pushes up to 18 total, which is kind of close to where we've been in the past. I think we have some larger works, but just hang the art closer together. It's gonna be cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we good with
I'll say
calling
yes
it
on
that, and that we're adding in, or we're saying yes to 22?
Yeah. And then for Erica Peterson, that we voted yes on, a digital piece can be displayed at any size. I would recommend that she pick a smaller medium so we can stack some of those smaller works. And then,
Also, oh no, sorry. We voted no on the other one that was flexible.
yeah, we voted yes on Matthew Gottschalk. His were the two.
Hanging
um,
puppets?
Yeah, so those can, if there's a way where we could suspend them, not using the wire system, not on the wall, like potentially in front of the windows, that would help
I
us
think that would
utilize
be
our
great,
space.
yeah.
So if you could communicate with Matt about if he had a way to suspend them from the little window area there, or if he would provide pedestals. Yeah. That will help us.
Possibly hanging it
Yeah.
from the top part.
That would be great.
That's
Okay.
really cool.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
So that will
Yeah.
help
Free up
the-
some wall
yeah.
space.
Can do that.
We also have 10 who can be whatever size we need.
Oh, cool. Also just recommend this, like a smaller standard size, I think, for framing and matting, to make it easy on them.
I like that the medium for the Moore Brothers is actual clothes from the Moore Brothers.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's very good.
Yeah, this is the head of the arts department at Sierra College.
So cool.
Yeah. And his wife is the one that owns Art Space, who I've mentioned here for us to invite them
For
to
presentation.
present. Yeah. So I don't know if that's in your radar, because I think it was on
We've talked about it
probably
before.
Brittany's notes to invite,
Definitely
yeah.
coordinating with
Oh,
the
great.
chair, with Yaps.
Okay.
Did we do it?
I think we
I
did
think
it.
we've
Do we
done
need
it.
to look at the final results? But it looks like 18 artworks,
Does that
great
check?
variety.
Is there something that Mentimeter allows you to put on screen that just shows the number? I mean, or,
No.
It doesn't.
We've
no,
done-
It doesn't, it shows the voting piece, it's not really consolidated, which is
Okay.
why I created this, so
Okay.
it's like a little easier to see. But if you wanted to make the motion that, because I've heard the comments and based on that everything is approved, just need a motion in a second.
And does that check that there's 18 that you've captured? That,
I think that's fine.
that we said yes to?
That's fine.
16, I have. I'm getting 17.
But
I
did you
think
count the
it's-
tie?
I counted the tie.
I have 18.
With 22,
I
is
have
22 a
18
yes?
I wanted to just see
Yeah.
if there was an easy way to be sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so she's got that number, and what we can do is just
Actually,
make a motion off of your
the one they
sheet
said.
and use your sheet as the authority.
No, I didn't write it properly. I wrote my votes.
I did too.
I was
Not
trying
what
to
was up there.
record the votes as we were looking, so I'm pretty sure we're at 18 with the one that was tied that we
I mean, and
decided.
also it is in Mentimeter.
Yeah.
Mentimeter just has the tie
So
on
it's all those
22.
plus the tie we talked
Yeah,
about.
exactly,
How
yeah.
did everybody feel about the worksheet? Was that helpful, useful, kind of to?
Yeah.
As a tool
That
to look
was
at,
very
have a
helpful.
visual of the sizes and,
Yeah,
Definitely,
with
I
the
think-
sizes,
I
yeah.
just didn't understand that final column was for us to say how, not how we voted,
But what the-
but what the
Yeah.
outcome
Okay.
I didn't either because I had to keep turning around and then it would be
Yeah.
gone.
I was
before
missing
could
the-
see it, so.
okay.
So
Next
do we
time I
have
need to
a
that
motion?
screen looking at me.
I move that we accept the Mentimeter results that we've just submitted for our next Champ Gallery.
I second that.
Okay, do we need a roll call?
Commissioner Arietta,
Aye.
Arbeck,
Aye.
Wilcox Barn,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
Vice Chair Harney,
Aye.
Chair Negrete.
Aye. Okay, we
Great
did
work.
it.
Good
I'm
job.
looking forward to this one.
Yeah, really
Very-
fun.
Very streamlined.
Um,
Thanks, Long.
And
Getting better each time.
Yeah.
has there already been a conversation around who's hanging this show? Or do
talked
we-
very briefly that I'll coordinate with Mira based on her experience from the previous ones and kind of get people up to speed, plus our maintenance crews, just so they're more familiar with the system of which the city operates and owns, so thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know if Brittany has a great eye for it. I don't know if she's available to support a
Talk
little
about it.
bit, but,
She'll jump in as.
Yeah, okay.
As needed.
When day are you trying to do it?
I'm not sure it's the first week. I'd have to
First
look
week
at
of
the schedule. I
January?
think that's where we had it,
Okay.
so I'll coordinate with Mira on her schedule.
okay. I have a deadline. The second week of January, so I will do my best to show up for that. Yeah. Yeah.
I likely will be around too, so be happy to help if a hand is needed.
Yeah, I can always help. I don't know very much about hanging on it, but I can
Great
help.
way to learn.
Learn on the job.
Exactly.
Okay, so it sounds like we got
Cool.
that. Great.
Got it.
Okay, so now we have an opportunity, if any commissioners have anything to share, just stories to tell.
I have a question about the gallery
Yes.
opening. You said we were going to do a reception in spring as opposed to for the opening?
Oh,
Or that was said. Is that what we meant?
No, it'll be when we'll do the opening, right, and we typically do it right before a council meeting as well. So if I said spring, that was my,
Okay,
You
cool.
did, but
So like whatever that is,
wondering,
the 17th or something?
early spring, winter.
late winter.
I'll coordinate the date and then follow up.
Yeah, I would invite Adam to help coordinate some music at this party. It would be cool. It would be even cooler if we could have a concert in the chambers and not do it on a city council night, perhaps.
do it instead of the city council.
Instead of
There
city
you
council
go.
meeing, can we have a concert, an all-ages punk rock
Says
show?
our city council.
Sean said we could. Sean said we could.
I like where you're going with that. and
Concert.
Happy to work with you to figure something out.
Okay, cool.
I like that idea.
Me too.
I also, at one point, it was floated that the displays that are out there, there was a possibility they might be being moved somewhere else and that we could utilize that.
To the Foundry.
Is that still a possibility or
It is
happening?
a possibility. It was discussed originally. I talked to Sean about it. Where they go, I'm not really sure, but it's at least for me originally, I was like, why are we're having a gallery, but then this is here? It's-
Yeah, it would
and
really.
It's like old pipes and stuff. I'm not trying to diss it. It just feels like there's history over there. There's a lot of opportunities.
Could go to the Historical Society, maybe.
When we first remodeled City Hall, and we finally had a display area, that's when we added some of the stuff, the second part. Some of the stuff in those display cabinets is mine. I'll be glad to take it back again, but, you know, we just put out stuff that, to have some interest in coming into the new city council chambers. We'd never had a display area before.
And now there's a whole gallery.
Now there's a whole lot in there.
Yeah, and there's more stuff coming that we're working on another project as well. We're getting back some of our fire stuff, historic pieces, and really cool stuff too. So let's maybe even have an agenda item in the future about this and where this ends up in conversation with the city manager. So
Okay.
seems warranted.
Also, go ahead, Jonas.
I had a question about, is it possible for us to like do a collaboration with the North San Juan Schoolhouse with their quilts that they have up there? Because those kind of are always just hanging out there.
The tapestry
The
project.
And
They might be great in the upper area, I don't know if they would fit, but.
I don't know if they'd let us
Yeah.
Borrow 'em?
borrow them
They
or
do
move
submit
'em.
to shows, so it could be like a way to also like, we can do some outreach and be like, hey, you know, ever consider like submitting to Champ Gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, they're stored
Yeah.
at the
I know
History
the
Center.
lady who runs it. I know Aubrey.
Big panels.
She runs the schoolhouse.
Yeah,
People will do stuff for you, you just
Ask.
gotta ask.
yeah, you gotta ask, next call.
commissioner.
You're-
Hey,
Are we bringing back the Broad Street Y conversation?
in the new year, you mean?
Is that
I-
when we're doing that?
My understanding is that it was temporarily tabled,
Yeah,
that the project was going to be finished, the construction part of the project.
Yeah.
But that it wasn't something that had been completely written out of the picture, that we would come back to it. I don't know that there was a timeline associated with that,
Yeah.
but if we don't bring it up, then it could just kind of fade away.
yeah,
It was, yeah, and it was that the project be completed so we had an idea of what it ended up looking like, because it was hard to make a decision when
right.
we really couldn't tell what it was going to be.
And is everything fully completed?
They're still working on it, but, and I can get a report back from Brian at your next meeting as an update on the project.
That would be
and-
great.
Yeah.
It's
and
close.
just the status of it, so I'll coordinate with Brittany and Brian to bring back that item, just at one form or another. So I'll
Okay.
coordinate with you.
Okay, so we can then bring it to a future agenda item.
Yeah, I think we used to, like, at a last page of our agenda was kind of like upcoming topics and like, almost like a parking lot of things to keep in mind. And it would be awesome, it's very helpful,
To have
just for
that there.
transparency's sake, to kind of be like,
Right.
oh yeah, we talked about that, and that hasn't fallen off. So I don't know if we can kind of bring that back. It was probably on the agenda a couple months ago.
And I would like to request a future agenda item of like a possible discussion on how we might evolve to be more than just the art review authority and be empowered to do a little bit more in support of local artists, such as, potentially business owners that want to put forth really cool art projects, but they can't afford the fees. How can we support them in that? Are we able to provide a waiver? Do we recommend to city council that they waive the fees on a particular project? Understanding that process a little bit more. How can we be a little bit more assertive?
Finding out where those fees are even,
Just understanding the system a little bit better. We're a new body. We need support in also, learning the system and being empowered. So,
Yeah, definitely.
people here trying to make art have been kind of shoved down a little
Yeah.
bit for a while. They need us to help them.
Yeah, and I think last meeting, when the person from Ola Tortilla came, we were
Yeah.
told that we would kind of bring that back and discuss what the $750 went to and be, educated on that. So I'd love to talk to,
yeah, I did put an inquiry out to Joan. Is she still the interim city manager? Yeah, trying to understand that and the process or
Or how to make changes.
Yes. How do we make the art happen and support people that don't have the funds to pay for it, so.
And I do think that that's a city council, that would be a city council item too.
Can we take public?
Can we?
I don't know.
Public comment?
It would get approved by council depending on the change of authority, but ultimately having discussions around how, well, one, from the city standpoint, educating everybody on like art fees, why it's there, what it means, what does it mean to you. So we'll go over that, but as far as like the authority of this body and doing different things, the recommendation would have to go to council for approval.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's already support, so.
Can we
Yeah,
recommend
it's-
something now? Is that too premature?
Adam and I are working on it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just so you
okay,
know.
great.
That's something that I'm
Okay.
prioritizing.
Okay.
And something we've asked Joan about, which need to talk to Lon about now that he's here with you guys, is that Adam and I want to do a joint session with you guys in the new year. That is
Great.
sort of like a strategic planning, so that we can talk about some of those things about like, what is your purview, what's not, what's the committee purview, how can we support you, what's your vision for the next few years, that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Great.
Amazing, thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely. That's great.
One final comment, I should have done this at the end of our voting, but I just want to thank all of these artists for submitting. It's not easy to put your work out there. As a fellow artist, you kind of, there's the joy of submitting to something and the dread, and then you get rejected and you get rejected again, and it's a journey of rejection. But please keep putting your work out there. It's wonderful to see our talented community. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks
Agreed.
for putting your
Yeah.
work out
I think we second, third,
Yeah.
fourth, and fifth, sixth.
Continue to do so. It won't always be rejections.
Even the ones I voted no on, I liked. I
Yeah.
felt we were limited on some of them, or it didn't quite hit the theme, but I figured another time or whatever. So I agree with Mira. Keep putting it in there. It's not rejected because I didn't like it. It's
Yeah.
space and theme and whatever.
Any other reports?
Can I make
Share
a quick
something to share?
announcement?
Yep, reports,
Sorry, I know we're
announcements.
probably
Absolutely.
already.
You're good. Yeah.
Tomorrow, Nevada County Arts Council, we're hosting our monthly creatives meetup. It's the last one of the year. We're going to be at As If in Grass Valley, the artist studios in the foothills. So if you guys can make it, it's from 5 to 7. The artists out there hearing, come join us tomorrow at As If, 5 to 7.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Chirp and the Tribe have a wonderful end of the year giving fundraiser going on right now. You can find out more about that on Chirp's social media, so check it out. Wonderful mission to support.
Okay, then.
One
Yeah, staff.
Yep, just real quick. One of the elements of the Dark Skies initiatives is they did the photo contest. It's a rolling gallery. It got moved to the Miners Foundry, but there was no gallery opening piece over there. It was just discussed and put over there. So as a way to facilitate what the city is committed to, We do have things hanging of the winners in the upper area gallery in the Foundry. There's some railing that needs to be put up before it can be put up, or like people can actually see it. But it will be up for the next 3 or 4 months. But yeah, so.
Yeah, and the Dark Skies Initiative it's an initiative from the town of Truckee in partnership with the Truckee Cultural District, Nevada County Arts Council, and the City of Nevada City that runs an annual Dark Skies photo competition. And through that, I've myself even seen young artists really rising to like this place where they've become like astrophotographers because there's that encouragement. So it really is like a very meaningful, not just for like art, landscape and environment, but because they're bringing the art aspect of it, which places artists in the forefront of raising awareness of these different climate issues. It's a really amazing initiative. So if anyone has a chance to go visit, it's worth it. There's some amazing photographs.
This is what we saw in Truckee.
Yes,
Right, yeah.
exactly.
Lastly, I don't know, Evan was like, yeah, we're having a thing in February, maybe we'll talk to you about it in January. We have to talk about it in January if he wants our help, so for agenda purposes.
Okay. Coordinate with that.
If he wants our help, we have to
And-
talk to him in January.
Yeah, which reminds me, just giving a heads up that I will be in Los Angeles in January, and Shannon will be running that
get
meeting.
Shannon.
And then if
She
you
loves
can
that.
double check when we have done the election of officers in the past, if it was January or if it was February, that would be coming up. It looks like it might have been February originally, but I will not be here in January.
February. I think February is a good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, any other staff reports? Then I'm looking for a motion and a second to adjourn.
I'll move that we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Wilcox-Barnes, a second from Commissioner Clark. All in favor say